2004 Micheal Vick in Madden 24. Micheal Vick's career if he was never suspended. Episode 2. Year 2031. Vick is now 32 years old. At age 31, he made it to his first Super Bowl and lost to Patrick Mahomes on a soul-crushing missed field goal from the Atlanta Falcons. He is now a superstar development. He is 32 years of age. The regression starts now. He still has 99 throw power, 95 throw on the run now, 97 awareness. His deep accuracy hasn't really taken a hit, and he still has 95 speed, 96 acceleration, 97 agility, and his juke moves are still the same. I'm still sad. He's still the number 1 ranked quarterback in the league. Let's see what 2031 Micheal Vick has left in the tank. 32-year-old Micheal Vick. Can they get back to the Super Bowl? Can Micheal Vick win an MVP this late in his career? He has 8 Pro Bowl appearances. That was his first year not making it to the Pro Bowl. So maybe we don't want him to get an MVP. Maybe we don't want him to make it to the Pro Bowl. Don't win best quarterback. Just take us to that promised land. Take us to that Super Bowl, and all is forgiven. But next time, you have to win. I feel like Micheal Vick did his job, okay? I feel like he put 300 yards in, blood, sweat, and tears. Got them down to the 10-yard line. 10-yard line. I could make that kick, okay? I could have made that kick. That is absolutely insane. I hope that kicker got fired. Let's get into the playoffs. Oh, my God, the Atlanta Falcons only get better with age. 15-2. 15-2. They win the NFC twice in a row with a first round bye. Oh my God. They finally put the puzzle pieces in place. They finally put the team together. What has Micheal Vick accomplished this year? I do not see him in the passing leaders. He may have had another 3,500 passing yards, 25 passing touchdowns. His passing touchdowns have went down over the years. I wonder if the Atlanta Falcons have went to more of a run-focused team. But he has 7 rushing TDs, which is a career high for 553 yards. So that's not too bad. Let's look and see the season awards. We know he's not going to be MVP, but this is good. This is good. We may see a back-to-back Super Bowl appearance. No MVP. 8th in Offensive Player of the Year. Best QB comes in 4th. He may not be a Pro Bowler, but they only lost 2 games in the entire season. I think they have it figured out. I think they can make back-to-back Super Bowl appearances. Let's get to the divisional round and see who the Atlanta Falcons face. They go against the New York Football Giants. Now, they've beat New York in the past. Will they do it again? New York is only 9-8. They are a mediocre team. They get to their nemesis in the NFC Conference Championship, 11-6 versus 15-2. Will the Falcons make it to back-to-back Super Bowls? Let's see. Next week, they lose. Oh my God, they lose 22-19. Are you shitting me? You have to be fucking shitting me. I wanted to see them back-to-back Super Bowls, and they wouldn't have lost to Tennessee. There's no way they would have lost to Tennessee. Here he goes. Zach outperforms Vick again with 244 yards and 2 TDs. This is literally their nemesis. I think they're 2-2 against each other. Rushing, Vick goes 48 yards, no TDs. What was the score looking like going into the 4th? Oh, the Falcons tried to bring it back with 14 points in the 4th, but they could not do it. It was not enough. Let's go into next season. Let's look at the Pro Bowl. Let's see if Vick was announced to the Pro Bowl. If he was, then that's what cursed him. And he was QB number 1 in the Pro Bowl with Patrick Mahomes. That's exactly why. That's exactly why he didn't make it. He was supposed to get snubbed this year. Then they would have made it to the Super Bowl. Oh, was that Vick's last good year that he had in him? Or will he make it back next season? The year is 2032. Micheal Vick is now 33 years of age. He has lost 5 times in the divisional round. Oh, the regression has started. The regression has started. He is 33 years old, and he is now a 98 overall. 98 throwing power, 95 deep accuracy, 95 awareness, and 95 throw on the run. His speed and agility and acceleration and change direction, spin and juke are all still the same. His injury has went down to a 97 from a 99. Let's see what he can accomplish this year. His ratings are starting to go down. He's not an X factor like he once was, but he made it to the Super Bowl without being an X factor. Let's go into the playoffs. Let's see what he has to produce this season. All right, for the third time in a row, the Falcons win the NFC again, going 14-3. Let's view this bracket. Let's see what everyone's at. They get that first week bye. They should. I'm praying Vic don't have good numbers. At this point, I'm praying Vic does not have good numbers. I want to see him lift that Lombardi trophy. I want to see them make it to the mountaintop. Because this has been insane. 3,300 yards, 10 NFL, 10th in touchdowns with 29 touchdowns. Perfect. 400 yards of rushing with 5 touchdowns. This is what I like to see. Okay. We know he's not going to be in MVP voting, okay? He is not even in the top 10 for MVP. That is fine. He is number 6 for Offensive Player of the Year. And for Best QB, he is number 3. They may throw him in there. But we hope that he doesn't make a Pro Bowl this year. I'm sorry. Some might say I'm hating. But I'm looking out for the betterment of his career. No one cares about how many Pro Bowls he gets, how many best QBs he gets. We're going to look at his hand at the end of the day and see if he has any rings. And we ain't talking about marriage. The nemesis has came back. Zach is now a 99 overall. Vic is only a 98. Zach is an X Factor. Vic is a superstar. Zach has had 4,400 passing yards this season. Vic has had 3,300. But guess what? None of that matters now. Vic is in town. Can they beat the Seattle Seahawks and go to the NFC Conference Championship? They lose. Oh my God. They get destroyed 49-14. They get absolutely obliterated. Wow, he's putting up Patrick Mahomes numbers now. Patrick Mahomes gets knocked out in the first round. The league is changing in front of our eyes. He goes for another big game against the sorry Atlanta Falcons defense. 274 with 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, when Micheal Vick has a subpar game at 174 with only 38 rushing yards. Let's see if he made a Pro Bowl. That's probably what cursed us. And then we'll go on to the next season. I am extremely saddened by this news. Let's see the Pro Bowl. See if they fucked us over. If he didn't make the Pro Bowl, then I have no excuses for him. QB2 in the Pro Bowl. So this is his 10th year making the Pro Bowl. 10th year Pro Bowl. 5th loss in the divisional round. Let's go to next season. Let's see if he continues to regress, if he stays the same, and where they end up going. It is now year 2033. Vic is 34 years of age. What will his overall be now? Will he continue to regress, or will he stay the same? He is now a 95. The regression has set in. He is 34. What is his ratings? 97 throw power, 94 throw on a run, but that awareness is going down to 91. We're finna start seeing a lot of picks like the year that his contract season. like his fucking contract season. He is no longer an X factor. Here are his abilities that he has now. Let's look at his contract because we don't know how many years he has left. Comparing his years in past, he has had one of his worst years last year, but we did not want to judge it because prior to that, he had a very average year and they went to the Super Bowl. I think it was this year. They went to the Super Bowl, but now back-to-back years, they lose in the conference in the divisional round. Yeah, they don't even get to the conference championship, which is actually fucked over. They make it to the divisional round 2 years in a row and get bounced out 2 years in a row by the Seattle Seahawks. 2 years in a row. This team's defense is actually terrible. This is what I wanted to look at. Their defense is terrible, but they have gun power still on offense, and this is probably why they're still in the running and they win the NFC. So let's go into the playoffs. Let's see what Vick is able to accomplish this year. Oh, we didn't look at his contract. Let's look at his contract. I think he has about 3 more years left. Let's just take a look at that, and then we'll go into next season. Vick has 2 years left. Ooh, we may see a team change because he's not going to get that much. I don't know, because they kind of need him still, and he's still. I don't know. This is going to be interesting in year 34. 35. That's going to be very, very interesting. He is still a franchise quarterback, award-winning, best QB in 27, 25, and 24. He has 10 Pro Bowl league leader passing rating. Oh, okay. Yeah. Pass rating. Okay, go. And then he has 10 Pro Bowl appearances. I thought it said passing yards. I'm like, huh? Let's see if the 10-time Pro Bowler, 1-time Super Bowl appearance winner can get to the Super Bowl this year or the playoffs. Now we are not satisfied by making the playoffs. We're not satisfied by winning the NFC. We are not satisfied by getting to a conference championship, and we are not satisfied by getting to the Super Bowl. We need to win. We need to start stacking up those chips because his seasons are limited. Let's get into the playoffs. Oh, what the absolute fuck. The Falcons missed the playoffs. They go 6-11. Vick has to have been injured. He has to have been injured. I will not stand for this. What the absolute fuck. 3,400 yards. Games played, 17 games. 32 touchdowns. Oh my God, 530 yards. He's had a typical season. He's had one of his typical seasons. But what in the fat fuck happened to him? Oh my God, man. He gets 34. That's better than last season. 32 TDs is better than his last 5 seasons. 4 interceptions is better than his last, two seasons? And he had a season with no interceptions. That's probably why he got the best passer rating. That's absolutely insane. But rushing is better than last year. No, he only got 1 TD. If this was real life, the coach's job would have been on the line. He would have been out the door. But I am safe for this year. Is there even a point of looking at the yearly awards? If he makes the Pro Bowl this year, I will be pissed, all right? He's not in the top 10 for anything. He's 8th in Offensive Player of the Year. Best quarterback, he is 4th. This is absolutely saddening, discouraging, and overall disappointing. Let's look at the Pro Bowl, and then we're taking our asses to the next season because he will have a contract season. He better turn up next season. The Falcons miss the playoffs for the first time in this career mode. Vick is 3rd QB in the Pro Bowl, so he's an 11-time Pro Bowl award-winning quarterback that did not make the playoffs this season. First time in his career not making the playoffs. Has the regression started? Has the downfall of Vick started? We're going into a contract season. He has to perform. The Atlanta Falcons have to perform and deliver this year. Let's get into 2034. We are now in year 2034. Vic's contract year. Will he stay with the Atlanta Falcons? Who knows? Will the Atlanta Falcons even want him back after that terrible year last year? Even though he was a Pro Bowler, he is now a 92 overall. I'm estimating next year he's getting to be around at 85. He is 35 years old with 14 years of experience. Everyone wants to play till they die. Until they die. 89 awareness. We're going to see an uptick in those interceptions now. 88 break sack. His throw power is down from his career high 99 to a 95 with 93 throw on a run and 90 deep accuracy. He can't get the ball out there like he used to, but those legs still work like he's 21 with 95 speed and the same acceleration and change of direction with the juke moves as before. Let's get into his next season. He's going to be making like 60 million this year still. 27, sorry. 27 million on his last year of his contract. He's not that happy with the team, but guess what? The team's not that happy with him. Should we change the scheme to a more passer-friendly scheme? Oh my God. So many questions, so little answers, so little time. Let's change this scheme and then go into the next season. All right, I've changed the scheme to vertical zone run. I just chose whatever had the best compatibility with the team. All right, let's go into the playoffs. This is Vic's second contract season. He is an 11-time Pro Bowler, but they did not make the playoffs last season. They've been knocked out consistently after that Super Bowl before even making it to the divisional round. They haven't made it to the divisional round since the Super Bowl, I think. Or was it the time after the Super Bowl they made it to wild card and got knocked out? Either way, I mean, made it to divisional and then got knocked out. Either way, he has lost one time in the wild card, 5 times in the divisional round, 2 times in the NFC Championship, 1 time in the Super Bowl, and then he has missed one time in the playoffs. He has missed the playoffs 1 time. He is 35, 92 overall. Where would the Atlanta Falcons be at the end of this season? We shall see. We shall see. I thought the playoffs wasn't the floor. I thought we wanted just nothing but Super Bowls, but now we'll be happy to make the playoffs. Let's get into the playoffs. The Falcons are back. The Falcons are back. 11-6 to 10-7. I hope I haven't been saying the Atlanta Hawks this whole thing. I don't know. Every time I say Atlanta, I want to say Hawks. Please don't be saying Atlanta for 2. Don't be saying the Hawks for 3 hours. Anyways, they go 11-6. They do not win the division, which is a first. Well, actually, a second. Let's look at the playoff picture. Who is all in the picture? Washington. This league has changed. The Chiefs don't even make the playoffs. This is a different NFL that we are seeing. We are still seeing the Seahawks and the Cowboys, but we don't see the 49ers that we normally see as well. Let's see what Vic was able to produce on a contract season. Was he able to perform, or did he go out? 25th in the NFL with 3,600 with 33 passing touchdowns. It's not too bad. It's not too bad for Vic. That is about middle of the road that's about average for him. He had 300 yards on 99 carries, 400 yards on 99 carries for 5 TDs though, 5 rushing TDs, not too bad. Will he be in the Pro Bowl discussion this year after getting his 11th Pro Bowl last year, not even making the playoffs? Remember, this is his last. This in real life, he played till 34, so he's 9th in the MVP discussion and 3rd in offensive player of the year. Wow. So best QB, he should be number 1. 3rd in best QB. He's probably had another Pro Bowl season. I'm very surprised, pleasantly surprised. He is still Vic. Okay, he is still Vic at 34 years of age. Remember, this is his Jet season. This is his last season, or his Steelers season. Sorry, this is his Steelers season in real life. His last season as an NFL player. And coincidentally, this is a contract season for Vic. So what does Vic do in this wild card game against their nemesis, Zach and the Seattle Seahawks. I actually want to watch this. Let's watch this. Let's see if Vick can perform in this playoff matchup against his nemesis, Zach, one of the best quarterbacks in the league now. Wild card game. Can the Atlanta Falcons and Micheal Vick beat Zach and the Seattle Seahawks, the new best quarterback in the league? The Falcons walk down the field, and they do not miss the field goal this time. If you've been watching this whole time, you know why we say that. It's 3-0, 10-0. Zach finally answers with 7 points. Can the Atlanta Falcons, they do not score second in inches. They had to have missed a field goal. That's some baby back bullshit. 17-14. This is going to be a nail biter. At the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth, it's 24-21. They are going back and forth. They will not quit. Will the Seahawks score and take the lead at the end of the at the end of the second half of the fourth quarter? Oh no. It's a big drive. 2-16. Fourth quarter, down by 4. We need a touchdown, Vick. It's fourth down already. Keep the drive alive. He keeps it alive. 4th and 10. I have no faith. Ye with little faith. Third down. 1 minute left. Please keep this drive alive, Vick. Keep the drive alive. 4th and 2. Oh my God. 4th and 2. Can you convert? This is Micheal Vick. It doesn't matter how old he is. He gets in there. He gets in the end zone. He leaves them. 46 seconds left. Will Zach, the best quarterback in the game, win this game? They are 32-0, but they do not. They had 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter, but they do not convert. 4th and 13, 31-28. Vick comes through, gets the fourth quarter 2-minute drive touchdown to win the game. They are going to the divisional round. They beat their nemesis, the Seattle Seahawks, and Zach is going to have to go explain that to the media. The Atlanta Falcons play the Washington Commanders, or whatever their name is now. 11-6 versus 13-4. Can Vick perform again like he did last game? Can they beat the Washington Commanders and go to the NFC conference? Sorry, the Commanders fucking throwing me off. That name still fucks me over. Can they get to that NFC conference? We will sim this game. I just watched last game because that's their rival. Can they get to the conference championship, or will they lose in the conference final? They make it 28-14. They play Dallas. Oh my God, they play Dallas with the 98 overall tight end. Nice. Oh my God, they play Dallas in the NFC conference championship. This is how you go out on your contract year. This is how you go out on a contract season. You get to the conference championship in the NFC. Can the Atlanta Falcons beat the Dallas Cowboys? Let's see. Atlanta Falcons versus Dallas Cowboys. Another nemesis in the NFC. Can they beat them and make it to the Super Bowl for the second time in Vick's career? Let's see. Dak is no longer with the Cowboys. We have nothing to fear. Dak is not here. Or maybe we have something to fear since Dak is not here. Who got the ball first? Who is scoring? 7-0. The Atlanta Falcons score. They're back in the red zone with 1 minute left in the fourth. 14-0. 7-14. Oh, the Falcons get down to the red zone, but they cannot score. It's 2 minutes left in the second quarter. It's 14-14. Oh, no. Can the Falcons make anything out of this? Oh, no. Here we go. Top of the third, middle of the third quarter. The Dallas Cowboys cannot score. The Dallas Cowboys cannot score. The Atlanta Falcons cannot score. This is a stalemate with the top of the fourth quarter. It is 14-14. Can the Falcons score? 21-14, 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Cowboys have the ball with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They are down in the red zone. They do not score. They do not score. What? Oh my God, 21-14, 1 minute left. I think the Falcons have the ball. The Falcons have the ball. Can they make this field goal? They miss. They missed the field goal. They need a new kicker. This is insane. They need a new kicker. Oh my God. They did not score. They stopped them. They stopped them. Oh my God. The Falcons make it to the second Super Bowl in this season. In this career. The Falcons make it to the second Super Bowl in this career. 21-14. They stopped the Cowboys. They missed the go-ahead field goal to go up by 2 possessions, but they still win. Vick goes for 232 yards and 3 TDs with 76% completion, but they still make it with Dalton having a better yardage game. How many rushing yards did Vick get this game? He only got 30 yards, but guess what? That was enough. Let's go to the Super Bowl. Vick has showed up and showed out in his contract season. He is going to the Super Bowl. Let's upgrade all of these players. This is absolutely insane. They will play the Jets in the Super Bowl year 2034. Vick is 35 years old. This was his last season. He actually played for the Jets. That is absolutely insane. The Atlanta Falcons versus the New York Jets in the Super Bowl year 2034. Vick is 35 years old. Last time he was here, he was 31. Can he learn from his past mistakes? Will they finally get a ring and lift that Lombardi trophy? It's all on the line. This is a contract season for Vick, and he has produced. Will he return to the Atlanta Falcons next season? We do not know. This is insane because in real life, when Vick was 34, he was with the Steelers, so I guess. But this was his last season in the NFL in real life. But on here, he's in the Super Bowl. Let's see what happens. So the first to score are the Jets in the Super Bowl. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. The Falcons cannot answer. They are down on the red zone. They score 7-7. Oh my God, the Jets are walking down this terrible Falcons defense. It's 14-7, middle of the second quarter, but the Falcons answer as well. The Jets are just moving so easily. 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Jets score again. Falcons need to run the ball and keep the Jets off of the ball. Going into the third quarter is 14-21. 4 minutes left into the third quarter. They are in the red zone. Can they score? They're on the 1 yard line. Third down. Surely they score. 21-21. Can they get a stop here? They do not stop them. The Jets are just walking down the field. 1 minute left in the third quarter, and they score a field goal. We hold them to a field goal. 24-21. The Falcons have the ball. 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. Top of the fourth. 24-21. They are now in the red zone. They should have a field goal locked in. They score 28-24. Can they get the go ahead? Oh my God. The game is on the line. Make a big stop here. It's 2 minutes left in the fourth. The Jets have the ball. We are up 4 points. 4th and 6. It looks like they are going for it with 1 minute left. Will they get the conversion? They do. They get the ball. It's 40 seconds left. We can almost taste victory. Champagne is within our reach. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter, up by 4. The Atlanta Falcons and Micheal Vick win the Super Bowl. At 35 years old, Vick cannot believe it. He has finally won his first Super Bowl. Oh my God, he did not win a Super Bowl for the Atlanta Falcons in real life. But the Falcons stayed with him, gave him a 6-year contract extension. And on the last year of his contract, he raised that Super Bowl trophy. Who will be the Super Bowl MVP? Everyone touches that trophy, but Vick raises it at the end. Finally, Vick gets to put a ring on his finger. The cornrows are still there at 35 years old. The legs are still there at 35 years old. What a champion. What a way to go out with your last year on your contract. He ends the game with 187 yards. This is a Peyton Manning Broncos-esque Super Bowl win. 186 yards to 324 yards from Travis Payne. Oh my God, with one passing touchdown between the two. He got a bunch of empty calories, as we would call it. That is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. 324 passing yards, no interceptions, with 80% completion. How did they lose? Vick even has an interception. This just makes no sense. Vick only has 11 rushing yards. Oh my God, I guess the defense came up and made plays when they had to. This is absolutely insane. It makes zero sense. But the Atlanta Falcons are now NFL Super Bowl champions. Let's see who, if anybody, was the Super Bowl MVP. Micheal Vick wins the Super Bowl MVP, and the Atlanta Falcons finally become Super Bowl champions through Matt Ryan, through all the times with Vick, through the hard times, through the dogs in them, through the fights they went through. They finally get a Super Bowl, and Vick can rest his head happy knowing that he did all he could for the Atlanta Falcons. Now let's go into next season and see if Vick remains with the Atlanta Falcons or if they replace him and Vick goes elsewhere. There is no more that you can ask from a quarterback in his final season of his contract. But let's see if the Falcons sign Vick. We're going into next season. Year 2035. Is Micheal Vick still with the Atlanta Falcons? He was on a contract year last year, and they won the Super Bowl. His very first Super Bowl at 35 years old. He is now 36. Will the Falcons do right by him and keep him paid in full? He did not like the Falcons, all right? He did not like being there. He's still here. And he only went down to a 90 overall. The highest overall 36-year-old. Oh my God. He refuses to give up and quit. 34 throw power, 90 deep accuracy, 92 medium accuracy, and 87 awareness. He still has 95 speed and acceleration and agility. And those juke moves, those legs have not gotten old at all. What is his stamina? Did his stamina at least go down? 94 stamina. So he can still run and juke people 4 days. That's absolutely insane. Let's see. Compare his years. His Super Bowl year, he had 7 interceptions. Is that a career high? That ties his career high. 7 interceptions with 33 touchdowns. But that's probably, I would say, middle of the pack. One of his higher yards years, 36. I mean, he hasn't got that in a long time. That was probably his best yards year in 6 years. So he performed. What contract did he get? 1 year, $47 million. Okay. They did whatever they had to do to get him back in there. He does not like the Falcons, but they made it work. All right. They spent the bag on him once again. All right. Let's sim this season. Vick is still with the Falcons. This year in real life, he was a free agent out of the NFL. Now he is with the Falcons. He has won a Super Bowl. What does the Falcons look like after this season? Will he continue to win? Will he be in the Pro Bowl discussion? We just want him to win another Super Bowl. Let's get into the playoffs. We are now in the 2035 playoffs. Wild card game. Atlanta Falcons versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They go 10-7 and the Bucs go 11-6. A division game for the wild card game is absolutely insane. Let's take a look at the playoff bracket. Who got that first round bye? It looks like the Lions. So the Lions are here now. The Jets don't even make the playoffs. This isn't insane. This is literally insane. All right, let's see where Vick got. He's 36 years old. I don't expect too much from him, okay? And this is another contract year. Remember, every year is a contract year now. He has to put up or shut the fuck up. He gets 2,000 yards, 32nd in the NFL. Oh, he had to be injured, right? He had to have been injured. Did they find his replacement? He played 11 games. They found his replacement, a rookie. Vick, in his old age, is starting to like the Falcons now. He won them. He finally won them a championship. He is happy. He is content. Well, he's not happy, but he's content. All right, he ain't too happy. He cool with them, but he's side eyeing them a little bit. All right, so after looking at the schedule, it looks like Vick got injured against the Bears. He only had 7 yards this game, and then Brian came in with 262 yards, and then he was out for the next six or so games. Then he came back against the Bills, I think it was. No, see, he was still injured against the Bills, so he was out most of the season. So these stats are a little bit off. He is 36, though. Those bones don't heal like they used to. So, I mean, of course, he's not really going to be in any of the award races or any MVP discussions or anything like that, okay? He's just Micheal Vick. He's 36. He can't really do nothing. That's what they want you to think. Perfect. Best QB. He still made number 10 on the best QB. Wait. Oh, I'm like, I should say Packers for. So he's number 9 on best QB. Okay. No biggie. Yes, the curse doesn't matter. The curse will not hit us. Vick is going to another Super Bowl this season. He is not cursed. He did not win any awards. He's flying under the radar, and they lose first round. 31-28, they lose the first round of the playoffs in the wild card. Will Vick gets signed again by the Atlanta Falcons. They paid him all that money this year to sit on the bench, which is pretty sad. He does outthrow the competition, but it was not enough. And he gets 18 rushing yards. Was still not enough, and they get knocked out in the wild card round against a divisional rival. Let's see if Vick is still in an Atlanta jersey next season, or is it good riddance? 2035 retirements. Is Vick on that list? Does he call it quits after being injured? Will he continue to play? I don't see him on the list. Vick is still in the NFL. He is still kicking. What will his overall be next season? Will he still be with the Atlanta Falcons? Let's see. All right, we're in year 2036. Vick is 37 years old. He did not retire last year. Let's see where he ends up, where he winds up. Is he still on the Atlanta Falcons? He is. He is still at 90 overall. How is he still at 90 overall at 37 years old? This is absolutely insane. But one thing we do know, he is still 95 speed, 93 juke. His injury is a 97. He is still a fast man, number 8 ranked quarterback in the league. It's top 3%. That is absolutely insane. What is his motivations? What are his tags? He is still a franchise award-winning quarterback. He values them financials, but he does not hate the Falcons any longer. Let's look at his contract. 1 year for $46 million again. Overall interest is down the drain, but he is still here because the Falcons need him until Brian steps up. Now, let's get into the season. Let's see what Vick can do at 37 years old. Hopefully he doesn't get injured this year, and hopefully they have a deep playoff run. Let's sim to the end of the season, and let's see what Vick does. Oh, year 2036. Vick does not make the playoffs. They go 8-9. Let's view the playoff. The Bucs are taking over the division now. Who has the first round bye? The Washington Commanders are now taking over the NFC. What has happened to Vick? Is Vick finally done? Remember, this year he was 37 when he finally retired from the NFL. He's had one of his typical seasons, 3,400, maybe kind of on the low end for him. Let's compare it to his other, the rest of his career. Yeah, so he's about middle of on the lower end. Okay, we'll say on the lower end, still higher than his rookie season. So, but 27 touchdowns is pretty low. 4 interceptions is not that bad for him. Let's look at his rushing yards. He's still getting it done with his legs. The best rushing season he's had in 2 years. 5 touchdowns, but 100+ yards instead with 2 touchdowns. It's kind of give or take. Did he finish in any maybe Pro Bowl selections? Maybe not. That maybe was what cursed him. He did not get placed in the MVP discussion. He was 4th in Offensive Player of the Year and 2nd in Best QB. That's probably why. Yep, that's exactly why. 2nd in Best QB, that'll do it to him. It'll definitely do it to him. All right, let's look at, I guess let's sim to the next season and see what ends up happening. All right, let's see if we have any retirees coming in. Hopefully we don't see Vick's name, but the world may never know. 2036 retirees. This is where Vick retired in real life. Where is Micheal Vick's name? Ooh, Kyle Pitts retires before Vick. But Vick is still kicking. Will he return to the Atlanta Falcons? Are the Falcons willing to shell out that $46 million this upcoming season to re-sign Vick? Or will Vick see a different destination? We'll see next. Year 2037. Vick is now 38 years old. Is he still with the Atlanta Falcons? Will he die a Falcon? He's going to lay it all out on the field. He is no longer with the Atlanta Falcons. They decided to stick with their young quarterback after not making the playoffs with Vick last season. It was a contract year, and he did not make the Pro Bowl either. Teams were not lining up as much as he would hope. Let's see if we can find Vick, and then we'll be right back.